Hey folks, how you doing? Wanted to put together a quick video and a comparison between the Ryobi tools and the Porter Cable tools. Some of you know I stopped shopping at Home Depot a while back, and if you watch a couple of my other videos, actually I should probably put together a video. Quite a few of you have asked why, and I've answered, but I should just put together a video why I stopped shopping at Home Depot. But anyways, I stopped shopping at Home Depot, so I needed to find replacement tools for my Ryobi tools. Now, I know what you're all going to say, Ryobi, that's cheap stuff, blah, blah, blah. Well, I hate to say this, but Porter Cable over at Lowe's is their cheap stuff. So, Ryobi is the brand for Home Depot. And you can't find it anywhere but Home Depot unless you buy it online. And buying it online is kind of a pain in the butt for a few reasons that I found out. And one of the major reasons is when your tools go out, they just go out. Sometimes they just go out. You need to go get another one right away because you need to finish a project. So I wanted to put together this quick video to let you guys know the pluses and minuses on these tools and what I think and my viewpoints on them. I buy Ryobi tools, or I've bought Ryobi tools for a lot of years because I'm a contractor, or I was a contractor. And I have crews that I had to buy tools for, and found that the Ryobi lasts long enough to get your money's worth out of them, and you can just throw them away and buy new ones and just keep going. The guys don't treat your tools like they're their tools. So if they want to bring their Milwaukee or their Bosch or their Makita or whatever they want to bring to the job site and use it, that was always fine with me. But I needed tools to get the job done, and this is what I bought because they abused them. They just didn't treat them well. So here's my take on this, plain and simple. The Ryobi tools are great tools. There's nothing wrong with them. They work, they perform, they do what they need to do. They do what they're supposed to do, and they're affordable. And that's all fantastic. Porter Cable tools, they're affordable, a little bit more expensive than the Ryobi, but they're also, all in all, I think, overall, I should say, they're probably a little bit better. And here's my reasons why. Ryobi tools are great. They have some great features to them that I really like. I love this magnet down here at the base, and the Porter Cable does not have a magnet. That was the one thing I'm gonna miss. So gonna have to come up with a different solution. Maybe I'll put a magnet on here, attach one, and use it that way. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, the Ryobi tools have a few features that are nice. There's a light at the base which shines up into your work. It only engages when you engage the tool. So when I turn it off, when I pulled my finger off the trigger, it actually turns the light off as well. So there's no power going to anything once you disengage your finger from the trigger. The handle on the Ryobi is actually very straight. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I've used them for years. Haven't had too much problem except for fatigue on the wrist sometimes because they're very heavy. Ryobi is an 18-volt lithium battery. This is the 1 Plus system, which is a great system and a great tool, and it works out very well. I've only had a few problems with a head or two breaking here or there. Most of the time what wears out is the batteries, and that was the old style batteries, the NiCad batteries, I think they were. And those would just die. I think I have one left that's survived, and I've had 30 or 40 or 50 batteries over the years. So anyways, good tools, fair for the price, do what they need to do, get the job done. So it's not bad. Porter Cable. Oh, and these are brushed motors. Porter Cable, this is a brushless motor. It's about $10 more than the brushed motor. The handle on this is more ergonomic. It actually fits in your hand a lot nicer. They're lighter. The whole tool itself is noticeably lighter. So I think you'll appreciate that as far as fatigue goes. One thing I do like about this is when you engage the light stays on for a few seconds. So you could see what you're doing. You can engage the light, find your spot, and then start working before the light shuts off. So that's really nice, actually. Does it use a lot of battery power? No, it's an LED. It's not going to use much. The batteries themselves also are nice because they're basically a one-touch release here in the front. You push this down, and the battery will disengage spring-loaded. So it'll actually pop off the unit pretty easily. You can set it down, pull it off, and slide it into another one if you can only do it with one hand. Don't have an extra battery at the moment to show that, but that's how that works. So between the two drills, weight on the Porter cable is much better. The light staying on is much better. This one does not have a level, but it's not important to me. I think I've only used the level a couple of times in all the years I've had a Ryobi drill, or any drill with a level. It's not that important. As far as functionality, they're both about the same. Forward, reverse, all the way down to the drill bit, or the drilling function on it for the clutch. All that fun stuff, it's all pretty much the same. Self-locking piece. It locks in very tight on both. This one actually has like almost a ratchet system in it, so it's a little bit better. They both have metal tips and metal jaws on the front, so protects your plastic, which is much nicer. The biggest difference, I think, is in the impact guns, the impact drivers. And this particular impact driver versus this impact driver, if you can see the difference here, the Porter cable is a little taller, but it's also quite a bit shorter than the Ryobi, and that makes a big difference. And I don't know if that's because Ryobi puts their lights in the very front here. It might be, or if it's just that they just make the motors bigger or something like that. I don't know. These are brushed, so they're going to be bigger motors. They're also it's also much heavier. But don't get me wrong, I love the impact driver. It's probably my favorite gun that I use. But again, this one has the magnet at the bottom, which I'm going to miss from the Porter cable. The Porter cable has a battery checker, so you can actually check to see where the battery's at as far as power goes. And should do that with the other hand so you can see it. There we go. And they're about ready to be recharged. But anyways, again, it has the release, same kind of release, because all the batteries are the same. Also, the Porter cable is a 20 volt versus the 18 volt on the Ryobi, and that 2 volts makes a big difference. It's a lot more powerful. It really does make a difference. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it's not going to be a big deal, but it is a big deal. So anyways, the light on the impact driver also stays on for a few seconds, whereas the Ryobi only turns on when it engages. So another difference there. Love having that light turn on and stay on for a few. But as far as overall, this is, and they both have the auto load function on them too, so you can quick release bit change on those. So there's no difference there. But functionality, both tools perform very well. I don't have any problems with either one. I know the Ryobis are going to last me a little while, but I went ahead and bought the Porter cables because I use 2 sets of drills all the time, and my other Ryobi was just dying. So I decided to go ahead and take the plunge into the Porter cable, see how it worked, and so far I'm very happy with it. I haven't had any problems. So if you're thinking about going to Porter cable over Ryobi, I think it'd be a good choice if you're going to go that route. Now if you see the guns are pretty level, so I don't see a use for the level at all once you start getting used to how it works. Anyways, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, put them down below in the comments, and please like and subscribe. I'm doing all kinds of stuff lately, so I don't know if you've seen the Jeep videos that I've done for the double din stereo, but You could check that out. And anyways, hopefully this helps out if you're thinking about switching over from Ryobi, or if you're thinking about going to Ryobi from Porter Cable, either one, if you don't have a problem with Home Depot. And we'll go from there. All right, guys. So have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time. Again, like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comments.